Hello, Tribe. Welcome to another episode of the Viral Trybe Podcast. I am your most beautiful, host, A to the M to the A. And yes, guys, I am back. I'm back and I'm better. Welcome back. So, you guys, thank you. So, you guys are not going to ask me how my trip was.
How was your trip?
We already asked you.
So
We already asked you.
She had a good time. But even though she had a good time, how was your trip?
Okay, tell the viewers, how's your trip? Tell them.
Yeah, babies. My trip was awesome. As beautiful as the one who went on the trip.
Ooh.
You heard that.
So, guys, welcome once again to the Viral Trybe Podcast. It's another episode I have with me to my left.
Amar.
Nonye.
ID. Zobam.
Yes, guys. So, you guys, I heard that the last episode I missed was hot.
You missed a lot, baby.
You guys, see that topic on cheating? Hot. Let's leave it for when you watch it.
Let's actually listening to you watch it.
So, yeah, today's topic is starting a family sooner or later. So, we're going to talk about the economic factors, the financial aspects, the education and career paths, and we'll talk about the medical and, fertility options, society and cultural shifts. And this is actually part one because the topic is actually quite deep, right?
Yeah.
And we're going to be in part two. So, talking on the economic factor and financial security, right? What's the impact that financial stability has when it comes to getting married and having kids and all that kind of stuff? Is it really necessary? Because we have couples who, they believe that kids are blessings from God, and once a child comes, everything's going to be stew. So what do you guys think of financial stability?
Oh, okay. So I'm just going to go off like her biblical standpoint, because she said people believe that kids are a blessing from God. If you all are familiar with the story of talents, God doesn't give you a gift and you misuse it. God doesn't give you a gift and you mistreat it. God does not give you a gift and you mishandle it. So if you want a gift from God, you need to prepare yourself. That's why they tell you fruits of the Holy Spirit, fruits. You can't get a fruit if you're not ready for it. Even God will tell you to prepare yourself before you take his gift. So ideally, finances is very, very important, regardless of whether you think God sent the child, the devil sent the child, angels, be it as it may, finances are necessary because you cannot take care of a child without money.
Yeah. You cannot take care of yourself.
Exactly.
You can't even take care of
And you
anybody.
need to be able to take care of yourself before you can take care of somebody.
Yep.
You know, sometimes your finances
anything else
can be okay for you, but then when you now include an extra person, you can't. So it's like,
Yeah,
don't do that.
it's still
Bad.
you.
Yeah.
So for me,
Regardless.
I feel before going into the family way, there are so many things that needs to be checked before.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you need to be mentally stable, financially ready,
Mhm.
career ready.
Mhm.
So many things need to
She
be
ate with
in
that one.
check before you
Ladies,
even
your
go
careers.
into that. Because if you want to start giving birth, there are a lot of factors that you need to consider. You have to put your career or your job or whatever on hold.
I feel
So
like
are
your
you ready
health
for
is
that?
best.
Are you ready for
Your
that?
health, your health.
Health, being
Like you
physical
really
and
need to
mental.
like
Physical
check,
and mental.
like,
And then
am I
do you
Because
have
even
the
if you
finance
check
for it as
exactly
well?
your because even when you
finances,
check your
career,
physical health, some people
whatever.
can be physically okay to bear kids, but they cannot be mentally okay to bear kids.
Yeah,
You have to
Takes
check
a
yourself.
whole
There
lot,
are
whole lot,
factors
whole
that
lot.
should be considered, right?
Yeah, and
Exactly.
financial
Finance
It's
it
the
plays
most
a very
important.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's
It's
the
a
most
very,
important,
but it plays a key
because
role.
it plays a key role. I think the level of importance. I think when it comes to kids, there are a lot of things that are on the same level. Do you understand? For example, now I believe that emotional availability and finances should be on the same level for a child, because you can spoil the child from today to tomorrow, but they say spare the rod and spoil the child. If you do not train the child the right way, you're wasting your time.
time.
So
Yeah.
either ways.
Is
So I feel like level of importance.
Otilo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, still under financial stability, what pressure do you think it places on, in regards to age, on childbirth and childbearing? So, like,
I'm getting
35,
old.
and I'm like, oh my God, as a man, maybe, he wants to start a family, but I'm 35, I don't have money, I don't have that, I don't have
As
that.
a man.
Relax, things happen. Like, I'm just giving that scenario. We're not going into the reasons why he's that way. Okay, but I'm saying because there are people like that.
Yeah, they are.
So if there are people like that, those people now, for instance, or couples or the couple don't have, they're not financially capable to raise kids, and what pressure, and time is ticking, age,
Yeah.
and in an African mentality or African tradition, oh my God, even if the woman hasn't reached menopause, you're married and you're 30 this and that, and you don't have kids.
Yeah.
So like, is that pressure valid?
No. You don't have to put yourself under pressure.
Honestly.
For me, anytime you're ready, as long as you're mentally stable, you have the finance, you can go. Even if you're 30, the world is evolving, and there are medical things you could do right now too.
Exactly.
You could freeze your eggs. You could
to wait till
IVF, all of them.
There's so many things you could do. So I don't think you should be pressured into want to give in birth. I mean, you need to be ready first, because it's a whole lot.
I don't really think it's pressure. Like, it's like
expectations.
Some people personally,
they
don't want that surrogacy. If I saw, I want to have my child, I don't want.
But I don't have the money. I know you have people don't have the money. These people don't have the financial capability to have kids, and their time is not on.
And there's some people too, like they've said that age.
They set target.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That I want to have age.
So let's say you don't make it. Then what do you do?
And then you're trying.
That's where the pressure comes. That's where the pressure comes.
Yeah, the pressure is not necessarily from like society and like all. That's what I'm trying to say. Is like personally, like you can also individual, you can be like your own pressure. On yourself.
Okay, so now the point is, does it impact that whole idea of the ideal age? Is there even an ideal age?
Everyone sets an age for themselves.
Yeah.
And that's
let's say I would say everyone sets an age for themselves to achieve a certain goal. Having a child, career. So everyone sets a goal for themselves. So if you don't reach your goal, as you guys said, the pressure. The pressure. I think the pressure now tends is either what's the next move for me, or do I sit down here or do I move forward? That's what you should be thinking of when the pressure comes. So if you cannot get that your goal, the next is set another goal. Move.
Exactly.
Time doesn't wait for you.
I don't even feel. Please, this is me like advising everyone. Try, please, do not put yourself under pressure.
Never try,
because that is not. There's something called target.
Yeah.
But when in life where you should understand that things happen beyond your control, right? So no matter how you plan, things might not just go up as planned, but it might even end up where you want to be, but not just the time that you set for it. So don't put, because it's one thing to put yourself into pressure, you don't get it, and it's another to get your mind out. Time is still ticking. Some people take years to mourn their dreams that they could not achieve when they're meant to be working, because they set targets and they put pressure on themselves. So basically, for the ideal age, I personally don't feel there's an ideal age for childbearing.
Sorry, guys.
When you're ready,
I want to broaden our horizons a little bit, because when you think about the topic of childbearing, I feel like there are a lot of things that come under it. For example, now my biological clock is different from your biological clock. Two, let's even start from the preamble. Men and women have different forms of pressure when it comes to society. She said something and she was like, it's not necessarily pressure. It's more also, okay, I've set this standard for myself. Can I attain this by this time? Obviously, when you set your goals, you want to attain them. But then everything starts from somewhere. You are what you see. You looked at everybody around you do something, and that is where you are going from. There are very few people that can be individuals on their own and think like, okay, this is not what I want. But most time, the pressure actually stems from what you see in society. That's step one. Now, for men, most of the time, society doesn't really see them as people that have biological clocks. But for women, there's literally something called a biological clock. Because minus your, minus menopause, there are times where your own egg, it just starts, like your inner self, it just starts to depreciate. You are not as solid as you would have a child when you were 23. When you're 33, it might be more shaky. Like
no, you're actually more fertile.
I'm not saying it's more fertile. I'm just saying everybody's biological
it's even better at that age.
No, it's been
because like that's when you can even have like twins and triplets like at like in your 30s.
But that doesn't go for every single woman. That's what I'm trying to tell you, that the biological. Some people now, I know that already, because ideally speaking, as much as 33 is like your 30s, it's more like you're more liable to like have like more opportunities to get kids and such. There are also women that are more fertile in their 20s. That's why I said it's a biological clock thing, regardless of how you want to see it. So I feel like I can't narrow my mind and say, oh, there's no particular age for giving birth. I would say it's to each their own. Find out what is going on in your body. It's not even just about what you want here, because as much as you want to say, okay, I want to have a kid by this time, can you afford to have a kid by this time? Because I feel like for women, when we think about pregnancy, we forget us. I see a lot of TikToks where they say the dad comes in and he forgets the baby and he goes to meet the daughter and he's like, he forgot that baby. He came to see his own baby. We forget ourselves. As a woman, as much as you might be financially responsible, this responsible, that responsible, you might even be physically ready. But are you ready here? Might not be ready. I just feel like it's like individual to everybody's. Check yourself, especially biologically, because I feel like nobody spoke on that. It is very important.
If people are aware of all the factors that is involved in having a child, I think they'll pause.
They'll relax.
Yes, they'll
That's
pause.
where I am.
Because I don't think it's not easy. Nobody will having a child.
The funny thing is, nobody really tells you. Nobody really tells you the truth.
Have you guys seen that picture of that woman throwing the baby? That's what I'm gonna do. Because
I never experienced it.
I feel like every woman has a different choice. For example, for me personally, I just don't want a child to steal my career for me.
Yes, thank you. I am very career
driven for a child. And like you said, Oli, I feel like as a mother, once a child is put inside you, your life, everything changes.
Everything changes. Your life is not yours anymore.
For the next 18 years, you are living for another person.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
That brings us to our next.
I cannot do that.
It brings us to our
I know it's selfish, which most people say, but my ideology behind that is you people are giving birth to ourselves.
I don't think your life completely stops.
Yeah, I don't think completely stops.
I feel like you just have to go like hard.
You just adjust to it.
Yes. How do you adjust?
I don't know, but I feel personally, me in that case, I would just.
Let me try and explain. You see this adjust?
Let her finish, because you can only adjust when you have room to adjust. This is in Nigeria, so we don't have maternity leave. Like there are things. I feel like there's no space for a woman to actually.
It's not
multitask and do it together.
You personally, you take the decision to like sit down and be like, okay, I am a mom now. Regardless, like whatever led you to being a mom, you're like, okay, I'm a mom. It does happen. I want a career. So like, you just have to.
How do you manage it?
Look, how do you manage?
Hold on,
you think about it.
Nonye, to be very honest,
successful women always say that something must suffer. You cannot eat your cake and have it. I'm not saying you cannot balance it to a certain extent, but you cannot reach you can balance it, but you will not reach the peak at which you want to reach.
You know, there's something when we talk about
me, I'm saying
sorry. You know that when we talk about maybe even behind the cameras, and we talk about with career, because I am on your side about being a career woman, and it's not like I don't want to get married, I don't have kids. But the truth of the matter is, I'm of the opinion that I want to do these things, but I want to lay the foundation for my career strong enough.
Yes.
That when I agree, or when I and my partner says we are ready for kids, I'm able to say, okay, my business is on like auto pilot. Yeah. That's where I want to place myself. So if I'm having a partner, my partner should be able to. That's why I like to be with someone more advanced than I am. In every most, if not every aspect, So if he shares my vision, he can even help me get there, so we can have a family that we both want. Because I'm not about to just be living for you and my future kids, or the marriage I don't even know. I'm hoping on God that works.
The mother series.
Date night.
No, I'm gonna end up on one of those if I do that. I'm gonna pick her around any day, anytime.
So if my husband comes to me and asks, "Oh, honey, do you want, I know you're a career woman and all that kind of stuff." Now, I'm not a 9 to 5 kind of career woman. I'm a entrepreneur, successful, mogul kind of career woman kind of person. So, I know this is happening in your life right now. And I actually want to do top 10 9 to 5s, but like, I don't know how to explain. But then that's how I want to live my life. And I'm sharing myself between my work, my business that's already established, and I have people running for me, supervising for me. And I'm in the UN speaking in board meetings, right? And my husband, I come back home and my husband is like, "Oh, I'm doing some kind of work." He's like, "What do you think about having kids?" Now, I haven't gotten to where I want to be. But at the same time, as a married woman, I should understand that this is what I signed up for.
Okay, now, sorry.
But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop my goal. All it means is that I just have to find a way to properly manage whatever decision I have made.
The conversation with your
that's the thing I was thinking about, because the two sides are actually accurate. Because all of this is
you guys should have spoken about it for the marriage.
Let me relate it to me now. Just strategy. You have to, that conversation. That's the thing I said.
Of course, you have a conversation before the marriage.
Yeah, lovely. And from this perspective, is like, okay, I don't already knew.
In
like,
regards to the marriage.
What do you
don't talk to the person you want to marry and know you pose.
Like, even before marriage, how would you talk? How would you have that conversation?
I'll be like, but like, yeah, going off what Amar said, that's actually very true. Because like your scenario, and I want to flip it now to someone from that perspective. Now, you now getting into that marriage, you know, eventually you're finna give birth to kids.
Yeah.
Now, there's some of us in the likeness that if I even end up in a marriage, you are going to know that it's my career, me, my parents, then maybe you.
Oh my god.
I'm joking.
Marriage is bad.
I actually don't. But the career part is
No, career part.
Of course, my career comes first.
Is important.
And the truth, it's not important. It comes first for me. That's what I say to me personally.
The word I don't know important.
Important kids are also important, but she's trying to say
very, very important.
It's like
very, very.
that's some of
all of these things are important. But very, very.
It's my high end of importance. Yeah,
like at all.
Sorry.
Anywho,
That is what she's saying.
but yeah, like to flip the script. To flip the script now, if my husband was to approach me with this, I personally, that's grounds for breakup. Because I genuinely
your husband, you break up with your
Have you
husband.
communicated first? Have you spoken about it?
Have you had the conversation?
Have you had the conversation?
Exactly what I said. For me, before I get into whether friendship, anytime, relationships are all important to me. We have these conversations. I know you know me. We're learning each other. We learn and unlearn daily.
Yeah.
But the thing is, there are boundaries and expectations and values and principles I've set for myself that the moment you go against those particular things, you're going against me.
And you've talked about him.
Of course. Because the first thing
So he knows. It's not like he doesn't know.
Do you understand? So me,
So don't come and switch up on
using
me.
the same example, if I've communicated, because again, career driven. If I've communicated to you, I'm in the middle of a meeting with you and I come back, I have something to do. You now say, baby, I want to talk. I say, what's up there? Instead of you to be telling me, I saw your video online, you spoke excellently well. You are telling me, I think we should have a baby. That's about me.
I mean,
I'm going to call my lawyer that night. That's if it's not even me that drafts out the divorce paper.
my god.
No, I'm being serious because in that moment, you're threatening my favorite. That's my baby.
Yeah.
Because men don't understand it. The way I grew up here, I saw my dad fighting for. He's very resilient. He fought for everything he got. When I say not one time stolen, he fought for it. He started from like when I say grace, I be grass to grace. And then my mom was the princess type this thing. And I love it for her, but I don't want that. You see, when you see people and they're like, oh, my husband is this. It's me. I'm that person. I'm 25. The starting point is an understatement because all this started in my younger 20s, like 21, 22. The starting point, when I say like the sky is really where I'm starting from. So when a man comes to tell me kids, you are literally trying to kill me.
Threaten me.
I'm not even joking. You're trying to kill me because you already know where I stand. Because I'm not going to just drag you inside. Like she said, you already know why you're here. You too. Tell me you don't know why we're here.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to give you a good time. That's the funniest thing for me. If I ever get married, I just want my partner to myself at alone. Jesus Christ, I'm so selfish.
To be very honest, my kind of person I like to be with people that are more advanced than I am. I'm on the whole dating and elderly man kind of thing, unashamedly. That's
sapiosexual.
So thank you, baby girl.
If you cannot live here.
That part said, I think one thing that also comes with men that I'm attracted to is the fact that they're not in a hurry. Most men that I'm attracted to in this age, this their
What's your
age
definition of a hurry? A hurry in regards to what?
Oh, like okay, that's what good. That's what I'm
Okay,
getting to. Like the men I'm attracted to, their age grade right now, they are most likely married. So if you're finding a man in that age grade, he's probably divorced, but he has kids. So he's not in a hurry to have kids. That gives me room to still be
like explore and do you.
Yes, build my career to the point it's on auto what pilot, like I said. Do you get? So. And this will communicate before we even.
To be honest, I feel like communication really just saves a lot.
They always say communication.
Don't worry. I'm willing to wait. I'm willing to wait for 2 years, 3 years.
Definitely.
Because if you notice, there are a lot of women that are single, separated, single moms, because they got married. And probably didn't communicate these things. Yeah. They didn't share to their husbands the importance of their career. Yeah. Of how they like what it to them. Automatically they felt, oh my God, he loves me, so he's probably gonna let me.
This life is so
I was gonna understand.
It's a man's world. It's so crazy. Because you see the thing you just said now. I have to sit down and explain to you why my career is important.
But you. And guess the funny thing.
I'm not saying like it's bad or good, but that is how messed up the world we live in is now.
Exactly.
Because why do I? You are going to school, I'm going to school. You're going for your bachelor's, I'm going for my bachelor's. I'm going for master's, I'm going for master's.
So I cannot go for PhD because of what?
We're literally going ban for ban. Then at the ending,
I'm the one that should have to come
explain
because I'm a woman and a wife. What are you telling me?
My eyes twitching. My left eye is twitching.
Calm down, baby girl. Calm down, baby girl.
So like, your career dreaming.
Yeah.
Okay, so like, what is your peak that you will now finally, if at all you decide to get
put on auto cruise, yeah?
No, we were different people.
If you decide to get married, what is like your peak? Then you will now start having children.
The truth is, like I said, I can never pinpoint.
Like, okay, you get married.
You know how you said life
your peak. Then you
I'm not saying. She's not saying that. I'm saying, and when I say it's not peak. Peak is not what I'm saying. There's a
like when you be satisfied enough to start a family.
No, you're right. Don't shake it because ideally speaking, peak is very related to the situation you are in. Whenever you wake up, what it is today in the economy is not what it is tomorrow in the economy. Life is shaking. It's a river. So obviously, I can't say you can pinpoint it, but you're an individual. You know yourself. When she reaches her pitch, when she reaches her peak,
yes, I will know.
You on the other hand,
I can't pinpoint exactly what I.
So I just want a partner you reach,
and I don't want kids
until after you reach.
Getting married is not the problem. Getting married is not the problem.
Wait, so
like exactly, we were just talking about.
You don't want to get married first before you have kids.
You know,
my bird.
Like you said, like
I can't skip the prerequisites.
You said everybody knows their individual peak.
Yeah.
So now you're not going. Are you going to get married after the peak? Or
no, the marriage comes first. You grow.
That's why I said those women are separate because they didn't communicate or they didn't have. They are not growing with their partners. Their partners. They came into marriage with that whole. Sorry.
Finish.
Sorry.
So now in the marriage,
my
now trying to have children. Yeah. Like. Okay, so now let's say this peak does not come until like, God forbid, though.
Like how I said, life comes at
15 years. So will you put the children and the whole starting a family on hold?
Just be like me. Don't give
you reach your so-called peak. That's why I said. If
I don't reach that peak, if I were you, like if I was her, I won't give birth. If I don't reach
I think you should do it before you get married. If
I will be depressed. I'm sorry. I feel I'll be depressed.
Honestly, reach your peak before you get married. You shouldn't like enter a marriage and then
grow with your family. But I think you're already said that.
No, because
if you can do that,
you're not being serious about your career, whatever. Because like. You're very valid.
That's what I'm saying. We're like, when you meet you, he will miss you like.
But do you know something about
it's just like you now?
Peak?
As you are hustling now, you meet a man to that. Like both of you meet yourself. So you don't need to.
Can I say something? You focus on your goals.
Can I say something? Do you know what I don't know what you guys have in mind of the peak, but if you've worked in environments where women, right, are in power, you will understand that reaching the peak is not 25.
Is what?
It's not. So if that's why I said
it's not 25.
It's not 25.
25 years old when you are just starting. Thank you. So that's when the hunger. You know, I get you from experience. That's when the hunger is. I have lied to you because I was hungry and I was hustling before I left school. But when I turned 25,
see something, right?
one time.
See something. What I'm trying to say here is she's saying get married. We can get married, before the peak. Let me tell you something. And this biological clock thing, that in a society where women, first of all, have to double, quadruple up more than men, your peak is most likely not coming anytime soon.
Exactly
and as a woman that aims at being a mother, you should consider that. Because the truth of the matter is, for me, speaking from how I want to be, that peak, I don't think it's coming at 30.
It can't, that's what I'm trying to say. It can't come
so I will get married.
Mary, I say, Mary, Amar, your peak can come at once.
Yes.
Nobody's peak can come.
Every milestone should be celebrated,
Would you put
exactly
childbearing, starting a family?
I can marry.
You're not
childbearing. I can put childbearing on hold, but not marriage.
Chicken as well.
That's why we have options. That's why we have options.
Marriage is a commitment. So now you going to like disregard your husband's feelings and all that.
That's what me and my husband
There are options. You decided to get married. You decided to get married. There are a lot of things that are involved in marriage and all these things. You cannot just say, "Oh, my career." When the Bible says man and wife one, you cannot say, "Oh, don't give birth." My career. If I thought your career is your main focus,
make your money,
focus on that one.
Exactly.
Be my boy and get married.
You cannot say finish.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you that will be the most.
But you know when you
just like you're saying, I'm telling you.
What do you finish at 50?
Like you're saying.
What do you finish at 50?
Hold on.
Like you're saying, finish at 50. What if you finish this?
Just like
and be at 50.
Exactly. Just like you're saying, like when will you know? When will you know you should your
See, let me tell you. What we just share, the similarity we all share is that there's a balance. We have to find a balance.
I feel like you're joining me and them together.
But see what you guys said. You guys said that you will never reach your peak if you're married and you get to happy children.
No one ever said that.
No.
Basically, we're saying it's either going to slow you down.
I said you
are different takes. We have similar takes, but they're not
that way. That means
I said I cannot reach my peak with kids, and that's why I said I am not having kids. Okay, so now them on the other hand, they will keep preaching
exactly.
Me personally,
she's willing to put that aside.
It's not even about career. I don't want them.
I have to find. We talked about balance, right? So there has to be a balance. I want to be a wife and a mother.
Yeah,
I want to be a bad bitch.
But then you also said something. You gave a scenario about your husband coming to meet you when you were like doing meetings with both.
Yeah, and she said she would consider. It's me that said
you said you wouldn't.
No, she said she would. That's what you're meeting them. It's me that is. I am the enigma. I am the enigma. Guys, don't mix it up. This person, she's career driven. Exactly. Yeah. But she doesn't uphold it as high as I do. I don't really care for them kids, to be honest. I don't want them. I don't really want a husband. I want a life partner.
Hallelujah.
Because to be very honest with you, I don't really see the point of a family marriage if there are no kids. You can't be a life partner for life. I mean, look at the life of Tracy Elliott, Oprah. Yeah. Do we know who Oprah is married to? No. You know him because you know pop culture. We don't know. We know how Oprah.
I know that Oprah married to a man.
In fact, the closest person we know to Oprah is not Gil. It's a woman, and they thought they were gay for a minute, but they're not.
Yeah. Oh my God. So yeah, this same career thing, the career demands and, it demands, probably a longer educational qualification.
Exactly.
So on that, does it delay building up a family when it comes to kids? Do you think, do you think, and it's similar to what we just said,
not really, it does
educate, for example, like a doctor. Now, someone studied medicine. Let's use the easiest go-to course
easiest go-to course.
No, like in terms of if you're looking for such examples that
fair enough.
So, you have to finish medical school, do your 1 year health residency, then you go before you get into
I think it's about like 7 years.
Yeah, 70. Sometimes 10, 11. Yes. Sometimes 10, 11.
In America is like 11.
If I'm doing that, your first child.
And guess what? As a medical now, let me use I have a sibling
longest ever.
Her husband's a doctor.
And you have to go through that to be valid.
She is
twitching. I'll finish all of that. A man will not tell me what's for dinner.
Nothing.
See the problem.
My pager.
I'll
See the
wait
problem.
I'm for dinner.
Now, I swear to God. So, and funny enough, yeah, I think that's why I got this sense of being able to try and handle my career and family, because I'm seeing her do it and she's doing an excellent job.
Yeah.
Like, she's an excellent
If
doctor.
you have a supporting spouse,
Yes,
That's another thing.
And family
because they've
in general.
yes. So and your spouse's family
I will
too.
keep saying
has
Take
to
the
be
community to raise
and your
it.
family,
Like
yes.
your family.
If you guys think into,
supportive.
because when you think about stuff, think into like situations that can come out of that stuff. For example, now you said if you have a supportive husband, wonderful, and that's true. I'm not denying that fact. That's very true. If you have supportive parents, supportive in-laws, the whole world as your support system, beautiful. Now let's use your career, doctor, medicine. Now you have a surgery today, and this same day is your son's graduation, and that graduation, everything matters, but this graduation now is from maybe kindergarten, maybe high school to college, or even their college graduation, and you have a surgery, and that surgery is a brain surgery. It's a life and death situation.
Maybe I'm gonna miss your graduation.
Sorry, you
said you might miss graduation.
I will miss it. I know I might.
You
I
might,
will
you see how you
miss it.
said that? Now that's beautiful, but
Because
as
you're
a
going to be
child,
proud of me. I know it's not going to be easy understanding.
Exactly, as much as because you can
Yeah.
remember that
I'm sorry.
It's not. It's
No, not
the
explanation.
explanation.
See, that's where I was going to.
Exactly.
You have to save lives.
And the
My child would
example I was going to give
understand.
to now
Yeah.
brothers is single parenthood, because there are single parents that are doing, when I say a phenomenal job,
Yeah.
but the child is still a human being. Even if you explain to her, if the child is going to see you with the cape and say, my mom is a doctor. On the child's lowest nights, when you're not there, when I'm not there, when everywhere is dark, these are thoughts that pop into children's heads, and there's nothing you can. If the child now decides that they can walk through it, God
Now,
loves
this
you.
was
But
but
there are people that shit will affect.
exactly.
That's the same way if the parents are broke, the child will be thinking about the other problems. So like,
Don't be
So now look, see what I want to say concerning. You see, concerning what you said.
That's why I say
Concerning what you said, right?
So like,
I've always
would you
envisioned
rather?
myself, right?
Would you
I've
rather?
envisioned myself even as an auntie.
that's what I want you tell the child.
You know,
Would you rather be broke?
Would you rather?
even as an auntie to like 7 beautiful kids. I love you guys so much. So I've always imagined, for example, the first nephew, my first Ethan, he's good with football. I've always imagined myself probably not being, most of the time when I imagine I'm not present for I imagine myself not present for his games when he's like Mbappe and the rest of them. But right before his game, I'm video calling him and telling him, you go, I love you so much, you know, go.
Yeah.
Now, for someone
And that's you as an auntie.
that's me as an auntie. So now, when I become a parent, right from my child is already seeing me from the beginning that mommy is a career person. But mommy, I can always call mommy. Mommy can be in Spain, but I can always call mommy. Mommy will be in the meeting. I can always call mommy.
Yeah.
yes.
That's a different thing.
She's always there for me.
My career is I'm on my career, but I'm a mother. But I'm a mother.
See, now that's the one I can't do. I can't serve to myself.
You see that one because of love or for my kids. Now this is not even husband though. I would be with my former husband too, the same way. But you see, like, because we're talking about children and childbearing, I'm going to focus on the kids. So I'm that kind of person.
Yeah.
So when you say, "Oh, what happens when my child's on the lowest night?" Call me. If I'm talking to the president, let me take this call, because for me to have, to elect presidents and all these people, your family has to be in check. There is no president that has a broken family.
Now you are mistaken. Go back into politics. Most of the presidents have broken families.
Girl.
Because it's the packaging, so the
You cannot have that amount of power without your family.
Family suffering, but do they present themselves
crazy?
What? Look, your family will feel attention.
See,
Your family will suffer the absence and whatever.
You were even going too far.
Do you know that even in the UK, the royal family, that's what I'm saying.
You're not saying the same thing. You are saying it's the fund they put up, which I understand, which is what I'm saying, that That is my
You're
point.
putting-
I don't want a font. I want my child to.
But do you know that?
If I have a child.
There are still chances that the family can be good. There are still chances that even the family is still set, like they're not having problems. It's not a front. What you see is what you. But I'm trying to say that there's nobody that they put in power. Let me tell you, there's nobody saying
what she's saying. What she's saying. What you're saying.
There's nobody
I
that
agree with this person. Okay, there's no family.
there's
power,
nobody that they put in.
It's not like this, and I'm like, I can call at least 10. In
Hold
fact,
on.
most of the
A
explosions
very
we
bad
had.
family. Like they're not.
You know the royal family, yeah. The royal family, yeah. Trust me, they have a whole lot of.
Exactly. You think
But they would never present themselves as
That's
we
what
are
I'm
broken.
saying.
Exactly.
I agree with
But
that,
now,
I
do
don't
you now
want the
but do you give room? Hold on. But do you give room for the fact that they are
Well, now
still?
everyone get children,
Hold on.
representation
Do you
of
give?
everyone.
Hold on. I'm getting sorry. Do you still also give
fair
room
enough.
for the
They
fact
picture.
that there are families that are also having it successfully and still presenting themselves career-wise? It is there.
No, of course.
So I want to be that 1%.
If you
Of course you can.
I want, and your partner is supportive.
can.
I want to be that 1%.
Of course you can.
The point
Of
is,
course, of
you can
course.
still fix career into childbearing. All it needs is communication and understanding from both parties.
Yeah.
I just feel like it can never be. Agree to disagree. It can never be equal.
Obviously,
never
see, yeah,
be
one
equal.
has
Because
to
even if you're
suffer.
saying
Just like how I said, calling my child.
You might be calling your child thinking like, oh my god, my child thinks like, because children have the minds of the. I'm not saying this is a general thing, but I'm being honest. This is realism.
And yeah,
Because you can be doing your best, and that child is like that child. You are going to say,
for
what happened to
example,
me? You are inside, why do you have to call me?
my friends, dad
Mommy.
is always showing up.
What's wrong with you?
Now,
Ah,
I get that.
Choose
So
your
one
career.
thing will suffer, but the point is you're giving your best.
That child can actually go with you everywhere. If
Not
the money
really.
is there, yes.
Well,
You have to-
and if it's not in school,
Yes.
and yes,
And if it's
because
not in
one
school,
other thing
yes.
I've also imagined is imagine I'm going to have to go
the
to
child following you
UK.
around now. The child in his own self growing up and learning community and all those things. What happens? Because now the child is following you up
the
and
child is
down.
learning community
It's learning
regardless.
now.
I'm even putting my child more to be more exposed.
Where will you
Exactly.
Is it not office you are saying? I mean, the child be moving with you.
Like no,
I'm trying to understand because
if I'm carrying, if I'm to carry my child now, for example, for
I'm
a
actually
one
trying
trip.
to like explain to me. I want to understand like what you're
Now,
saying.
okay, say you're traveling and
Yeah.
your son is on school break.
Oh, of course now, of course.
If you, okay, you
I thought you meant like moving the child.
No,
everywhere
I'm
you're going,
not
moving the child.
putting
That's why I'm
my child through
commuting.
that mental stress.
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
cool now.
Child
That's
don't
cool.
suffer.
Every
But
time
you know,
they're changing friends,
parents, some parents do that.
And it's
Yes,
that's
the
what I'm
parents
saying.
do. But then you see the children that
Emotionally,
the
they affect
outcome of
you.
them.
They can't trust one environment.
See that 1 to 10 years. It is when I say the most formative. Their brains are so active. That's why they tell you whatever you do starts from there. So you can be doing like, okay, well, I'm calling my child. Mommy, I went to school yesterday. Daniel's child came. Daniel's father came. What happened to you? How you say, baby, I was working.
Yes.
I was working.
To be very honest, yes, no.
Yes.
Now you might say that and that's okay, but
Guess
what does
what?
it now do to the
The
child?
same the same way we just said doctors will make the mom understand you. You're like, make the child understand that I have to go and save lives. Now, I will talk to my child,
think I would have to
and I will tell my child. The point is,
'Cause I can't
Daniel's
search
dad
for myself.
doesn't work. I'm not even going to bring Daniel's dad doesn't make up to $2 million in a year. No,
Daniel's dad is not a doctor.
but Daniel's dad is not a doctor.
Doesn't know what I do.
Okay, Daniel's dad's job. No, my child would think that, but do you know whatever you're now saying is now framing. Is debunking
So you
every
keep,
thought
like,
that the child
So you
exactly.
have to be very attentive.
Yes.
I really can't share.
You can simply
Nah,
just
man.
say,
Yes.
you do not need
Choose
to
career
compare
guidance.
yourself to others.
Others.
I am your mom. That is
This is
Daniel's
why,
dad.
for example,
We
single
do
moms,
different
they will have to
things.
explain
Let your
why
child
they cannot be as
understand their
available.
own
Sometimes,
life.
or
Yeah.
sometimes rather the explanation isn't
Communicating
being
Doing
with
it,
the child.
but
That's
like I
just
said,
it.
you need to carry the child.
I
because
like
hopefully-
that's
but
what am I saying? Like I would always be
and I love
busy,
seeing
but
you
I
saying
would
because
there for
I
my
know that you can
child.
talk, but
Like,
And
that's
whenever
why
I'm
your
present,
child
I'm
is different.
present.
You know, everybody
I
takes
have
things
a
different.
smart
I can
phone.
tell you now, Amar, this drink is half full, and you're like, sorry, I can show you this drink now. You're like, oh, this drink is half full, lovely. And you say the drink is almost finished.
Oh, yes.
Children take things differently, and that's what I'm telling you that like we don't see the emotional and mental
Hold
part
on.
of it. I'm
But
not
those are
canceling
children and
it.
you
I'm
really
not
can't help
canceling
that.
it.
Example.
Sorry, love. I'm
Okay.
not canceling it, but I'm just saying that me as a person, that's why I cannot serve two masters. Because if I'm going to ever raise a child,
You want to
I'm
give it your
starting
100.
from the beginning. I'm responsible to your 18, even past your
Past
18.
18.
I'm responsible for your do's and don'ts.
Yeah.
I'm responsible for your morals, whether you like it or not. It's you, the child, is seeing. So it be the little things, and I don't want to catch because my career is my first baby. I don't want to catch myself sleeping with my first child because my other child needs me. That's how important it is to me.
You won't say something.
Yeah.
But
I
yeah.
have a son. He's 2.
Yeah.
Whenever he misses me, he
Yeah.
calls me on phone and we talk. So, because my job, I'm here to like late in the night, depending on how busy we are and all of that. So maybe I'm not back yet and it's quite late. He'll call me. So I already have that communication with him, and he's just 2. So imagine if we told this part till, you know, he already understand that, oh, mommy's going to be busy at this time.
Yeah,
That-
but
that
I
she'll-
can. She's.
and you
I
can
have
reach me.
access to her. That's
Do you
the point.
understand?
And then also,
I know. I get what. No.
Because I get what
everything
you guys.
saying.
I agree with it. But my thing is, when you have 10 kids now, let's say, for example, now you have, let's say,
Well,
you have
why
2
would
kids.
you be a career woman?
Yeah,
That
Because
have-
that's your problem. I meant not one person. I meant
What's the problem?
I meant if you are rationalizing it, I didn't mean one woman. Like I was
Okay. Oh,
but let me now
Because
use
I
you
was-
alone. If you have 2 kids now, you can be doing that for the 2 kids, and one kid will take it the way you're saying, and another kid might take
it differently.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not excluding that because mothers, you guys are one of the strongest people I know.
That's
That's the thing.
No,
Also,
sometimes
that's what I'm trying to tell you. My
Now,
point
but
is
I have
it
a solution
doesn't
to
always
that.
happen like that, and that is one of my greatest fears. Because one thing in life is I cannot bring an individual into this life where you do
I'll
not
feel-
ask to be brought, and then it's now me. That's
I'll
one of
treat
the.
you that-
I'm one of your. I'm one of your enigmas. Why? I don't want that. So that's
But
why
now-
I like my stance. That's where I come from. And I feel like if you're really speaking realistically, if there are 10 kids, it can happen to 2 of them. And you were even talking about we're younger then. Now that children have access to TikTok, every day this child's mother is making video with them. This child's mother is baking with them. It's not even you. It's not that you're not doing your best.
But you know, when you are available,
No, you don't understand what I'm saying. I know they will be done with them. But kids pick up on things, frequency, consistency.
And
Even
that's
us
the
with
same
men.
way-
What do we ask for men? Consistency. I'm just
And
saying
you know,
that
yeah,
these little things can make a difference,
difference.
whether you like it or not. Because it's a whole mind.
you see these things are called consistency,
See,
right?
it's not easy.
Now that is why. Okay, I get totally yeah, I understand
Yeah.
what you're saying. Darling.
Exactly. I actually understand what you
That
are
you
saying. Like, I
you
agree.
rather give your 100 to a
Simple
cause, so one
because
doesn't
I
suffer.
don't want one to suffer.
Exactly.
Exactly.
So
Exactly.
basically, right?
Yeah.
This consistency thing in our own perspective of how we
Yeah.
can, be consistent. I see as much as okay. Let me bring my own belief, spiritual belief.
Yeah.
If you know how to say fear, faith fights fear, and vice versa. The same way, my child, one is taking what I'm saying and understanding, and then the other is that is my job to find a way to bring the other one closer.
Exactly what I was going
And
to
I will
say.
make use of your sibling that you're seeing.
Different
Children.
Yeah.
Now that
They are never going to be the same.
But then,
So that is your job.
and
Now,
then I will
you
make
feel
use
this
of that
one,
sibling that
that's when
understands
you
me.
get closer.
Okay, I have siblings, and I'm the first one.
Yeah.
Those siblings, they follow my footsteps. They follow what I do.
Yes.
All 4 of them.
They follow how you flex.
You're
your
the
muscles.
oldest.
Yes, I am.
Okay.
So whatever you impact in that first child, you definitely
They will pass it down.
Trendsetter.
Down.
You guys.
Trendsetter.
You guys.
But
And
as a
then when you
parent,
still notice
You
the
guys-
other ones, maybe they are making their
probably-
mistakes.
yes.
You as the parent,
I get
your
it.
job.
I
is
actually
that-
agree with what they're
Yeah.
saying. And you know, we're stressing, of course. And we're
Okay, that's just
yes,
my point.
let's
My
actually
point
the
is
fact that
no matter what you do,
some kids.
Parents don't really try.
No, it's not because I don't want to see. Yes, I'm very nurturing.
no,
I'm actually
no,
very
no.
nurturing. So when I tell you nature versus nurture, that is even why I'm on this stance. Because another thing people even fail to understand is we're all shouting children. Have you dealt with your family, your childhood trauma before you bring another person here?
Thank you.
There are different
And
things.
that's what I
So
was-
if I want
that's
to
what
talk
I was
about
saying,
one
that
thing,
you need to be
if I
ready
want to
before you
go
get
into
to that
that,
point.
I can dig into it. My point is very simple. As much as you're saying like you would do this, you would do that, you would do this, you are not your child. Everybody takes things individually and differently. It can happen. See here, you could be the best mother on this earth, but you are not loving your child the way the child wants to. Even if you're doing the best thing, and the one thing you can be missing is your presence. Is the truth.
You're not
Even if
loving the way they want to
Have
be
you
loved.
seen that? No. Baby girl, I understand you. But have you given room for the fact that? Have you given room for the fact that they are present? Look, when
Jesus Christ, what do you try?
Look, I don't know. Idara, you know that. You guys realize that we're
You can't
Africa.
say they'll always be that one.
You guys realize that we're hold on.
We're not even talking about the marriage aspect.
Because this is only we're talking based on childbearing, and that's why. And you know that, right? For instance, in the world, right? And I would use Africa as a point of reference, and Nigeria. Our parents most times were available, but how many parents can read and understand their kids as they were available? I'm not debunking you.
No, you're right.
Okay.
Exactly.
So even with the presence, some parents are so detached from their kids and they don't even know it.
That's what I'm saying.
And
that's
the worst
thing
part.
We're not talking about that.
Tell me that you go and ask those parents and they'll tell you they didn't do their best.
They did their best to them.
What I'm trying to say. No,
We are talking about.
Hold on, do you know that?
That's not what we're talking about.
You don't want to do the job.
It's not even lazy stuff. Some people are even
Definitely. Yes, what else call it?
Some people are lazy.
Some
Yeah.
people don't do the work.
Definitely.
So they ignore the child, or maybe they have a nanny and they let the nanny do
Everything.
So people differ. From me,
But that's not what we are talking about. We are talking about like in the ideal instance.
So
now, if you notice
Especially from an
that,
African
okay, yes, I'm a
African
career-driven woman and I
So
have
guys-
2 children and one is not getting attention. Definitely, you would notice the way you're saying that some people don't notice. We are talking about an ideal instance. You would notice. and you will make
That's
effort.
when you are.
We're not talking about like the one that they.
No,
don't
okay.
know
this
what
one
to
is
do. We're talking about,
okay.
like,
But you know, for the sake of the
is,
tribe, we
saying-
have to actually touch the different factors.
We
which
are the
involves
ones.
her.
You are, because I agree with her, because she said when you gave that instance here, we are the ones saying they didn't know what they were doing. When they were raising us, they felt, even till now, they feel like they know
They
the best.
were
And
the
that's what I'm
best.
trying to explain to you. The world constantly
Let me
evolves.
ask you a question.
So now we
I feel
actually
like
we
you're giving all
have
the
this
points and talking to
topic
your
here.
child,
This
but
topic
still,
has to be dealt in our part two. This topic has to be dealt with in our part two because it's quite intense. We haven't even talked about my tribe, but
that's
that's
what
what's
I say.
happening.
To disagree.
It hasn't even we haven't even talked about the social and cultural aspect and all that kind of stuff. So part two, where we're going to really take our time to dissect this topic because, and I'm sure like you guys have listened and have picked one or two, and please you can leave your opinions and constructive criticisms on in the comment section.
You can
And
too.
You can
juggle too. You can
do what
focus,
you want
do what
to
you
do,
want,
just be
and
prepared.
be happy and be prepared. Don't forget to like, subscribe. Oh my god!
Like,
Okay, guys,
follow
I'm
us.
taking over. Like, subscribe, share, careers. We love you, tribe. I'm cheers with my Lamborghini, guys.
Bye,
Lamborghini
tribe.
cocktail. Bye, tribe.
Bruh.
Bye.
Oh my god. Man. Opinions